Hello. Today I thought I would try and tell my story a little bit with pictures and stuff because I think I figured out how to put pictures in on here, and I can show y'all like my x-rays and uh, like all my hardware and whatnot that I have in my body that I had been talking about because I had some people reach out and ask about it because it is kind of cool. I say I'm like a robot or a bionic woman or something because I have a battery and a remote, and I have to charge my battery that's implanted into my body. I've had upwards of 30 probably surgeries or more. I have to make out a list and list them off. It's just been so many, way too many, and I still don't know what the heck's wrong. I still have all kinds of stuff going on. I still don't feel well. I'm still fighting to get better. I'm still trying to figure out what's wrong. Still trying to find a cure for whatever is going on with me. I started this channel kind of as a documentary, document my ups and downs, document what's going on with me because I can't remember from one day to the next. I barely can remember from minute to minute, much less day to day, and my brain doesn't work correctly. I've had 2 strokes previously, one post surgery and then one post COVID, and so that I have deficits from that. And then I think some of it is just my illness, my pain, chronic pain, and it's a lot. It's a whole lot. I've had a lot of trauma, you name it. I've probably been through it, and I haven't healed from a lot of it. I'm 48 years old, and I'm just now trying to heal from all of my my childhood trauma, and excuse me, I get such dry mouth. I'm trying to heal from my childhood trauma, my young adulthood trauma, and now like trauma from being sick, like in and out of the hospital, in and out of surgery, in and out of just one thing after another, after another, after another. I don't. But I started this channel really just to kind of document, and also I have grandchildren, and I don't get to do a whole lot with them because Granny's sick. They don't get to see Granny. I don't get to do stuff with them like I want. I wanted to be a hands-on granny so bad because I had the best grandmother ever, and I did everything with her and my grandfather. Like I went everywhere with them, and I wanted to be that for my children. And I can't do that the way I am right now. And I want to get better so I can do that with them. I love them so much. I didn't know you could. I love my children so very much. My children are the best thing that I've ever done. There's no words. Like they're amazing humans. And grandbabies are just as, oh my God, they're precious. But they're not nearly as stressful as your own children. Grandbabies, you get to have fun and you can send them home. They don't wear you out as much because you don't have the stress of it. And that's the amazing part. You just get to spoil them and love on them, and then you don't have to stress about it. I mean, yeah, you stress because you worry, but you don't have to. It's not the same. They're fun. It's fun, and it's amazing, and it's beautiful. And I just want to be able to have fun with them and love on them, and I want them to know their granny, because I love them so very much, and I want them to know that, and I want them to know me. But I can't right now. I can't do that for them. I can't even do that for my two youngest children that I still have at home. I can barely get up out of the bed and wash my face and brush my teeth without being on the collapsing in the floor because I can't breathe. I don't know. I'm hoping maybe this reaches somebody, I don't know. I'm just trying to figure out what's wrong with me. I've seen all kinds of people. They've tested all kinds of stuff. Nobody can figure out what's wrong with me. I have all kinds of stuff going on. I have every body system that is affected. I get these random diagnoses, but there's nothing that should be causing all this stuff that makes me, that's got me this incapacitated. I don't know. But this video, I was going to, like I said, I was going to try and put these pictures of these x-rays of this mass. So we're right now in February of 2026. I had a mass that started growing on like my brain stem, my C1, which is your cervical vertebra. So C1, brain stem area of your spine. I don't know exactly when it started growing, but I do know that like 2020 is when we were really getting concerned about it, and by 2024 it had me pretty much completely paralyzed from the neck down. So I was essentially a quadriplegic. I could not walk. I couldn't move my arms very well. It had taken over my autonomic nervous system to the point where it was stopping my heart, it was stopping my breathing, it took over everything. It was pushing on my spinal cord so much, squishing it, that my body could not function on its own. It couldn't do anything. And by the grace of God, I had a surgeon in St. Louis that I had been seeing for about 2.5 years, trying to, while we had been following it, and it just kept getting bigger. But he couldn't operate on it because I was diabetic, and I couldn't get my A1C down, which is your blood sugar, because this mass was controlling that as well. Like, it was messing with that part of my system as well. And he was like, you absolutely need surgery, but if I try and take that out with your sugars as high as they are now, my A1C was like 10 something, which is absolutely high. Diabetic, I believe it's like, diagnosis of diabetic, I believe it's like 6. So 10 is really high. And but I wasn't eating hardly anything. It was that mass that was just not, it was screwing up everything. But he was like, I can't take it out. If I take it out now, you will not heal from it, which is accurate. When you have high blood sugars, you're diabetic, your sugars are really high, you don't heal very well. I knew that to be a fact. I'm a nurse. I knew that to be a fact. I understood. But I couldn't change that. He said the only way really is to have, bariatric surgery to help with weight loss, to help with, there's a whole scientific thing behind it with a chemical that your stomach releases called ghrelin. It's a lot to talk about, but having weight loss surgery can override what that mass was doing. So I started doing, you have to get approved for weight loss surgery. You have to go through these long processes for your insurance. I started doing that locally here. I went 9 months locally, and because this mass was growing so rapidly, by the time I got through the program ready for my bariatric surgery here, my bariatric surgeon would not do my surgery because my neck was so bad that he did not feel comfortable. He didn't think I could go through with the surgery because of my neck being so bad and the compression. So I wasted a whole 9 months trying to do it here because our ICUs, our hospitals here aren't as equipped as they are in the bigger city up north where my neurosurgeon is. So I wasted 9 months. I had to start all over again with a bariatric surgery 2 hours north of me in a bigger city with a bigger hospital. So I had to start 9 more months with another bariatric surgeon, get approved for that surgery there. Finally had my gastric bypass surgery March of 2024, March 13th of 2024, which happens to be, March 12th, 2024, which happens to be my grandfather's birthday. March 10th? Oh my God, I can't remember. Yeah, March 10th, 2024, which happens to be my grandfather's birthday, which is in and of itself is a very special day because me and my grandfather were very close. My grandparents were Frank and Annie, and my name is Franny. I was named after them. And us three were just, I'm telling you, those people, they were my entire world. I was theirs too, but anyway, it was a very special day. And that surgery was amazing. It did exactly what it was supposed to do. Now, the surgery went great. No problems. Had, great recovery. I came home, and 2 days later, I ended up in the emergency room, and they had to life flight me in a helicopter back to St. Louis because I was losing blood from somewhere, and I had to receive blood transfusions. I don't remember how many units I had to get at this point, but I had to receive blood transfusions because I had lost so much blood, but they couldn't find out. They didn't know where I was losing the blood. And during that flight, I came out of body and was flying next to the helicopter, which is totally, absolutely bizarre experience. I've talked about that before on this channel. There's many times where I have left my body, be it because I have flatlined, code blue, or flatlined, or had just out-of-body experience being in a medical situation, or when I was a child, I could just do it on my own. I haven't so much as an adult, but except for like in a medical emergency, but yeah, I was flying next to the helicopter. Now, I am terrified of heights now as an adult. I wasn't as a kid, but as an adult I am. But I knew I was not well, and being flown up there in that helicopter. I'm also claustrophobic, and I don't know if anybody's ever been in a life flight helicopter and aware, but it is the tightest. Now, I was a big girl. I weighed 309 pounds, and I'm 5'9". So I was a big girl, and they would put me in that little bitty helicopter, and I was squished in there. So I was already panicking because I was trying to unalive it, not on purpose, like my body was trying to. And I was being squished in this little tiny container as they fly me up north. And I believe it took about 45 minutes. Now it's a 2-hour drive, but by helicopter it's quicker, obviously. But that was a very scary thing. And then I pop out of my body and I'm flying next to it. So my out of body person, I thought I was gone. Like I thought I had passed. And I was just chilling, flying next to the helicopter, like on the way up there, just admiring the beautiful landscape. But a lot of it was farmland going up there, and I was happy as a bug because I wasn't hurting. I didn't feel bad. I was good. Like I was in a great place. Now let me tell you, all of the times I call it heaven because that's all I can say. It is the most peaceful, wonderful feeling. Anytime I have coded and gone to the other side, for lack of a better word, and been in God's presence, it is the most amazing, wonderful thing. There's no comparison here on earth, except for I remember being a little kid and walking on my grandparents' farm and standing on spring into summer in the warm sun and just closing your eyes and letting the sun hit your face and just being warm, and the sun, you can see the sun through your eyelids, like you can feel the warmth and smell you can just smell the spring. Like it's just that, just pure joy and love, and that times a million. That's what it feels like, just pure love. And so when you go there and that's what you feel, and then you have to come back here, yeah, no, this ain't it. This is not it. But I'm here for something. I don't know what he wants me here for, so I haven't figured that out yet. Apparently, I'm here for a reason. I don't know why. I keep coming back. Like I said, I mentioned several things. Several times I have flatlined. Several times I've been brought back. Several times I've had these out-of-body experiences. There are so many. And it's hard to keep track of them all. It's hard to remember what I've talked about, what I haven't. I'm trying hard here to get through them all. I'm trying to look back through my journals. I journal a lot. And half the time I don't even know what I'm journaling. I guess I just channel, receive information. I just write because there's stuff I go back and read. I'm like, I don't remember writing any of this, or where did this come from? And this stuff don't sound like me, but I don't know. I don't know. I'm running out of memory. Okay, I'll be back.